Come on, camera. There we go. Oh, it's a bit red. Can you get a bit of colour correction on there? Of automatic correction, please. No, is that because my shirt's so blue? If I do that, does it correct? No? Okay. Good job of not running a blue screen. Hello everybody, I'm Bristow, this is Ellitopia Gaming, welcome back to KSP Live. We are running very much late this evening because I had some major technical difficulties with my computer. Steam wouldn't load, I had no sound, my sound card kept crashing and I couldn't do anything, and then OBS wouldn't broadcast, and I managed to somehow fix all of that within the space of about an hour. So we're running about an hour behind, which means that this will be probably a shorter stream today. However, it is an important stream. It's one that I didn't want to skip. I didn't want to miss it because we have a new Ellitopian, and that is Mus-T. I hope that is somewhere close to his real name. And we are going to add him in as a custom Kerbal. His name is Kerman. Oops, Kerman. There we go. He is going to be male. Oh, male. And he's going to be a pilot. Let's see. Courage can be about halfway. Stupidity can have a little bit. And he's going to have the badass flag because this was more than just a 50-cent donation from Mus. So thank you to him. We create your Kerbal, and you are now in the game. And also, as part of Mus's contribution, Mus's support, our mission for today is now a sponsored mission. The mission is to build a new orbital station around Kerbin. That's the one that we accepted last week. That is now going to be a sponsored mission. It is going to be sponsored by Mus-T. So we have... Hang on, let's... right, first things first. What are we going to put on our station? What do we need on our station? Put your station into orbit with Kerbin. Build a new station that has an antenna, has a docking port and can generate power. Have a facility supporting at least 6 Kerbals and 5,000 units of energy. So we need something that's going to support at least 6 Kerbals. That supports 2. Where's the hitchhiker thingy? There it is. How many does that support? 4. Is that right? I believe so. That's 4. Now, do we have the space station hub piece? No, is the answer to that. Okay. We have the docking ports though, don't we? Somewhere under utility, I think. Yeah, we've got the Clampotron, that's the Junior. We want the normal Clampotron. Yeah, so we will be able to use that. I thought we had unlocked the hub piece for a space station, but evidently not. Structural. Pretty sure it would be structural. I mean, that's a micronode. That's a tiny little bit like that, so that's no use for us. Structural pylon, octagonal strut. I mean, we can do it with struts. You know what we could do, actually? You know what we could do? I know what we could do. Where is it? Here we go. Gravity ring. That supports 1 person, and it's already conveniently laid out so that we can stick a docking port on the end of it there. We need power, so that will be 200, 400. We need to support 5,000 power. Now 5,000 is quite a lot. So these radials are probably the best way to go for that. What's that? 4 of them. That's 1,200, isn't it? That's really not a lot. 2,400. So I need a lot more of those. So this is going to be like a hub piece for our station. Let's do this. We're going to be able to fit plenty of people in this. That's 8. Oops. Yes, 3,200. You're quite right, because they're 400 each. So that's 400, 800, 1,600. That would be 3,200, which means that's 6,400. Sorry, yeah, because I was counting them as 300. That's wrong. That's the one that's... Oh, that's 200. Okay. So I was just completely wrong. So, 400... So that's 1,600. So that's now 6,400 that we've got there. Which is more than enough actual power. What we want is some kind of docking ability to add to that. We've got 1 on the end, but we're going to need more than that. I think if we go with something like struts like this... I'll just tweak those so that they're actually in the centre of that. In fact, what I can do is move that down, move that down. My sound is still making some funny glitchy noises. I think I need a new sound card or something. I think the sound on my machine is dying. Okay, is that in the middle? That's basically in the middle, isn't it? Now we've got a little bit of space before that is clear of there. There we go. And then we can stick some docking ports on the end of those. There we go. So we've got like a docking area. Can you hear all that? All that weird audio glitching? I don't know if you can hear it. I certainly can. So we need to add. We've got power, so we need like life support and things, don't we? We will send up like oh yeah, one of these would be a good idea actually. Let's put that there. SAS unit. What's it called? My brain's gone to mush. This one. Greenhouse. Excuse me, greenhouse, yes. We will need a greenhouse. Let's have... let's see. Structural? No. Utility. I want one of those weird cargo bay type things. Preferably a round one. There we go. Like so. And then onto that we will add life support in the name of food. So food can go there. Oh wait, that's got food and oxygen. Right. Food and Food and oxygen. Waste container. And is there some other... A greenhouse container, okay. Carbon dioxide. Go on, we'll have a carbon dioxide container. Don't think we actually need it. Only the music going softer when you speak. Okay, so it's not like clicking and glitching. Okay, that's good, because it is my end. So that must be a localized problem with my headphones. Okay, so I kind of need... I need like a docking port on the end of there as well, don't I? Let's go for... what would be a good idea actually is if I had some fuel in this. We've got like a size adapter. No, I kind of want it sharper than that, sharper shape than that. Could try the procedural tanks. Do they go big enough yet? They do. Good, 2.5, but I want them cone. Yeah, cone. Top 2.5, bottom 1.25, length. I can actually reduce the length, and then we can put a docking port on the bottom of that as well. There we go. So there's plenty of docking ports for expansion. Will you be able to transfer items and Kerbals with the docking ports on those supports? Yes, I believe so. I believe you can actually still do that. If we can't, what we'll do is we'll take up some of these, the connector ports, and we'll do transfers that way. But I'm pretty sure as long as you dock, you can do the transfer. So that's kind of the basic station, which doesn't look much like a station, but it'll do for now. Now we're going to add a new flag to this, and that will be this one, which is the to worst flag, because this is the to worst, the Mus-T worst station. Why is it not in the centre? Why is the flag off to one side? That's a bit strange. Oh well. So this is going to be Mus-T worst station Alpha. To worst. My Dutch ears are hurting. Indeed. I'll tell you what. Why is that doing that? We'll call it the Mus-T Station Alpha. In fact, we'll just call it Mus-T Station. There we go. Let's move the whole thing up, because we're going to need a mother of a launcher for this thing. Mostly based around the fact that we're going to need the mother of all nose cones on this thing. It's a 2.5 metre nose cone, like so. I can't scale it up, but we can build fairing. It doesn't go big enough. Okay, so we cannot build a fairing. That's going to be a bit of an issue. It weighs currently 14 tons. So that's going to be fun. Let's kick things off at the top with... No, not that. That one? No. That one. That's the one. Okay. An RCS tank on the top, so that we've got some RCS to control. Actually, I haven't got any RCS on this, have I? Let's bring that down. We'll stick an RCS tank in there as well. And some RCS ports. What ones shall we use? Shall we use these interesting blisters? Doesn't seem to... Doesn't look quite the way it did. So there's 4 variants. Ullage, Dual, Quad, Omni. There we go, we'll have Omnis. Thank you very much. And likewise, oh, I can't put them at the top of there, so they'll have to go there. That's a moving part, isn't it? So we've got to be careful with that. Okay. Now this is going to wobble like anything. So we're going to strut this at every possible location. There we go. I guess we can strut from there to there. Or should we do that a bit more? A bit more betterer. Oh, it didn't take that one. Okay. Doesn't like that. Okay. There you go. Bit of extra struttage there. I could put a nose cone on the top of it actually, couldn't I? That will help a little bit. Advanced nose cone type A. Yeah, kind of pointless actually. Maybe there's a bigger one. Is there a bigger one? Mark 7. There we go. That's more like it. I believe I can undock that. I don't know. There we go. Some kind of nose cone that I can detach. Okay. Let's hope that that's stable enough. So, engines, no. Fuel tanks. We're going to need a big fuel tank attached to it with a big old engine attached to that. Do we have 2.5 metre wide nuclear engine? I don't think we do we? No. So, let's go with a mainsail on that. 2,242 metres per second of delta V. 2.33 thrust to weight ratio. That's surprisingly good actually. So if I now go like that, Come on. There we go. Even that's a 1.5 thrust to weight ratio. Okay, that mainsail engine's pretty darn good. We're going for probably a low Earth orbit for now. So let's go. Oh. Something like this. Put some. Can I put a fueled nose cone on it? Looks a bit ugly if I do that. It's the only option I've got though, really, unfortunately. And then we'll put a... No, let's put that one on, it was nicer. There we go. I'm not sure that this is going to fly either, but we will experiment with it. Oh, that was only 3. I want 4 of them. Oh, clicked out by mistake. It's in the centre, isn't it? Yeah. Right. 190,000 by now, yeah. So let's get some fuel ducts in here. They will go to there. And that can go into the centre. So they all fire, and then they detach, and then they detach. It gives us 5,373 meters per second of delta V. Yep, we'll put some parachutes on them. In fact, actually, we could put parachute nose cones on this, couldn't we? Those ones are probably strong enough to land these tanks. Like so. Should we add some extras just in case? We'll put some drogues on there, shall we? Go. So donk. They go, and then so those ones need to go up with that. That's okay. That's okay. That one needs to go up with that, and that one needs to go up with that. There we go. Can they withstand the friction of flight? The nose cone things, yeah, I'm pretty sure they can. we're going to need a lot of struts on here as well, aren't we? So, let's go under here. Donk. To donk. And donk. To donk. Likewise here. Donk. To donk. And donk. To donk. And then from here we'll brace to that. And there to that. And we'll also have some launch stabilizers on this one. Go. The launch stabilizers go off at the same time as those. Good, good. I mean, the thrust to weight is huge on this. Antennas and solar panels. Yeah, we don't, do we? So let's get that on there as well. So the antenna we need. Any antenna is acceptable, isn't it? What I'll do. It's going to be actually local, isn't it? So it doesn't need to be a big antenna. What am I doing? I'm looking in the wrong thing. So we can probably use the Communitron, the Communitron 16, because it has a range of something I can't remember. 116 megameters. We're not going to be taking this over that distance. Can't attach it. What can I attach it to? How about we put it here? We only want one. There we go. Nicely shielded. And yes, we need some solar panels. Did we unlock the Gigantor? I don't think we did we? No. So we are limited to the kind of solar panels that we have unlocked. Kind of makes sense. We've got the 1x6s, we've got the 3x2s. We've got the retractable ones. We don't need retractable ones. Let's have lots and lots of 1x6s on the bottom of there. Oh. And another 4 there. And then we'll have some static solar panels in between the portholes. They don't seem to want to go in between the portholes. Actually, we could put them on here, couldn't we? That would make a lot of sense. That's actually a pretty good idea. Put some on the top of there. I mean, they'll probably take some stress during the launch. If I move those struts so that they're actually on the here instead. Another one on there as well. So it shouldn't matter what direction we're facing, these solar panels will be charging. They will be facing the sun from any direction. Pretty sure. Yeah. There we go. And then we've got some backup ones in case they burn up or break or whatever. Who needs power and communications? Apparently we have a dragon. Indeed. So we've got power, we've got an antenna. Was there anything else we were supposed to have? Support 6 Kerbals, we've got that. 5,000 units of electric charge. Yes, we've got that. Has a docking port, we've definitely got that. Okay, that is looking pretty good. 5,332 meters a second of delta V. Is that enough? Is the question. Now, I did have an interesting idea. Food, water, and O2. We've got food and water in here. Food and oxygen. We don't actually need water in this because that was all from the TAC life support mod. We're now using Kerbalism. And in Kerbalism, you just need oxygen and food. And we've also got a place for some waste, which I can't actually right click on. That one's empty. Why can't I click on the waste container? Okay. Now actually we haven't put any sciencey things on here, and I'm pretty sure we unlocked a few new sciencey things that we could take with us. Small bottle when used while landed on a planet. No. Oh, go away. Or a science hard drive. We'll take that. We'll attach that somewhere. I don't know, here. In fact, we'll take a few of those. There we go. We'll stick one on each side. So we've got plenty of space to store science if we need to. Oh look, there's a ring one there. Let's take those off. Let's go like. Ooh, no, I don't want to do that. What if I do that? That's a bit more sensible. And then we'll put that. Oh, it's the wrong size. Okay, scratch that idea. What if I put it under there? There we go. We've now got a big science hard drive, and it's got some nice little blue blinky lights on it. That's nice. What else can we do? Atmospheric no. Asteroid sounding, no. No. What? How big is the Communitron 88? Oh, it's pretty big. I mean, it's not very big actually, but monoprop tanks I've got there. That's a monoprop tank there. What else we got? That's an atmospheric one. K&K science container. I could take that, but that's a materials bay, isn't it? And it's not a repeatable one, so I'm not going to bother with that. Little brother surveillance cam. I could. I'll take one of those up another time, I think. Mystery goo. Orbital telescope. I think I've already done the orbital telescope around Kerbin, haven't I? Solar particle collector. Space telescope. Pinnacle Kerbal technology capable of peering into the deepest parts of the Kerbal system. Instructions not included. I haven't really got anywhere that I could put one of those. They're a bit awkward to carry around, especially when you have to go. Really? Okay. No. Yeah, not so sure about that one. I think what we'll do is we'll launch it as like this, and then we'll take up extra stuff later. Those flags are getting on my nerves. I want them in the centre, and you're not allowed to move them. So we'll just place some extra ones. Oh. Like that. There we go. Oops, no, I didn't mean to plaster them on every facing. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. So, pretty sure that's everything that we could need. 5,288 meters a second of delta V. I think that's enough as well. I mean, we could just, you know, take a few extra boosters with us. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. This thing is probably not going to fly very well. Here is Mus. Mus can be... Can we actually pilot it like this? I don't know that we can. Do we need a probe on this to be able to pilot it? I'm going to save it before it crashes. I can't encapsulate it because I haven't got the big enough... I haven't unlocked the big enough fairing. I'm thinking we could add a probe. I don't understand the difference between that. Well, that uses less electric charge. So let's take that one. If I put that... no, not there. There. Let's scale it up. Yeah. There we go. Gives us a bit more clearance for the docking port as well. We've got a reaction wheel there. Yeah, we could probably do with another reaction wheel down here, actually, couldn't we? Like so. In fact, let's have plenty, shall we? Got a reaction wheel there. We could actually add another reaction wheel down here somewhere, which is probably going to mess everything up. It's gone okay. They look a bit odd, don't they? It's gone a little bit wrong. Hold on, let's reattach these. Let's go like this to here. This to here. Oh, and it only did one side. There we go. Okay, so let's see if this thing will actually launch. Let's save it. We won't take the Kerbal with us. We'll send him up later. We're going to try this as a probe launch because we can, and we'll take it up later. We'll take the crew up later. That way, if it all goes horribly wrong, all we've lost is funds, which at the moment is 214,000 funds, which is a lot. But we've got 1.9 million, and I believe our reward on this one is something like 800,000. So we're going to take this out to the launch pad, and we're going to see what we get. I need some like epic launch music. Nine tries to get it right. Indeed. Oh yeah, Jelly Kerman is still here. There you go. There's the flag. The right flag is flying. The flying. It's pretty solid sitting on there at the moment, which is a good sign. Hey there, Phantom Fury 1001. Welcome to you on Twitch. That's funny. My thing doesn't tell me there's anyone viewing on Twitch, but welcome. So, here we are with the Mus-T station launcher. We are putting the SAS on. We are putting the throttle. We probably don't need the throttle to 100%. This thing's going to launch quite easily because it's got like 2.6 thruster weight in the bottom stage. So I'm going to actually put the throttle down a bit. We can increase it after if necessary. So, let's see if this thing launches, shall we? We're going to an orbit. We are hopefully making this into some kind of space station, and we're going to find out if it works in 3, 2, 1, go. It's launched okay. And yes, the thrust weight is a little high, but it's launching nicely. We can keep an eye on that as we go. Let's see if it turns. Ooh, it wobbles a lot as it turns. I thought it might. It's wobbling where the reaction wheels are. That's interesting. The reaction wheels haven't joined together very well. So a bit of strutting there might actually fix that. Or if I'd strutted up higher to here from these, maybe. That might have fixed that. Can we, you know, maintain control of this thing at any point? Okay, well they hit each other, so that plan didn't really work. I mean, considering how wobbly that launch was, we've actually not ended up in a terrible location here. We're not miles off course. We're at a decent height. We're just a little bit on the slow side because of the lost delta V. And I can increase the thrust, which will hopefully help with that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, 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 not over there, not over there. Come on. If some of the reaction wheels are kind of fighting against each other. Give us some stability. And if I can keep the nose roughly near pro-grade, then we're not losing that much delta V. Oh, there go those. They've gone clear that time, that's good. That'll hopefully reduce the wobbling a little bit. Has. The wobbling is a little bit more under control. Putting the thrust to 100% now. I mean, our APO is at 60,000 nearly. So things aren't looking terrible. Certainly not an ideal launch, but it's not the end of the world. need to do is disable crossfeed on there and put some fuel in it. Because that was kind of the idea. We were supposed to have some fuel in there. I'm also not using the RCS. That would help too. Didn't think of that. Right, our Apo is coming up on 100 kilometres. There we go. I'm going to cut the engines there. We're going to drift up to the Apo because our Apo is now at 100 kilometres. And we'll see how things go when we're in space. Right, there we go. Let's get this thing into orbit, shall we? Come on. Once we're in orbit, we can adjust it if necessary. We've got the fuel to do this. Come on, we can do this. Oops. We're in orbit, guys. Not quite circular. 125 by 96. But that is an orbit. If I come up to here. Right, well we can fix that at the Apo, can't we? But there we go, we are in orbit. We have a station in orbit, which is capable of generating power, capable of supporting 6 Kerbals. It has... it has a nose cone on it still that we don't need. Now, the issue that we've got is this guy, because this now is quite full of fuel. Let's make sure we fill this up. We have no control over this. I should have put like a probe on that launch stage. Because we're going to have to just decouple it and let it drift, or keep it with us and use it as fuel, and then maybe work out some way of deorbiting the fuel tank later. But I don't really like the idea of having a giant fuel tank attached to our station at all times. Mind you, we have got extra RCS in there, which we've barely used any of. That's interesting. How have we managed that? Did we have some extra monopropellant somewhere? We definitely used some monopropellant. We can't actually click that waste thing. It's rather strange. So there we go. Have we actually completed the contract? I think we have. Debris recovered, debris recovered. Build a new orbital station around Kerbin. You have finished construction of a new orbital station around Kerbin. Completion reward 223,062 and 48 reputation. So we actually successfully built an orbital station. Let's come around to here at the Apo and we shall... What is that and why is it going that way? That's weird. Is that from the one where we tried to rendezvous with the asteroid? I think it might be. There we go. 125 by 125. There we go. We are in a circular orbit above Kerbin, which is going to make rendezvous a lot easier. We have lots of docking ports. I mean, I haven't even put out the extra solar panels. I mean, there's a lot of them. That one interferes with those struts, but it doesn't seem to be too worried about it. There we go. We are capable of generating a huge amount of power for this station. There we go. Lots and lots of solar power. And now we can also activate the docking ring. Sorry, the gravity ring. Let's watch this thing deploy. Let's see if we can get a decent camera angle as this deploys. Open. It extends out and the ring comes round to connect and then it starts to spin. There we have a gravity ring generating gravity for future Kerbals. That looks pretty awesome. I think you would agree. So we can now support quite a few Kerbals up here. And our next mission is probably going to be to send some up. And also to dock some extra modules and things with this to do some science experiments or something along those lines. But there we go. A working space station in orbit around Kerbin. I think that nose cone probably despawned somewhere out there. If only I could work out a way of getting that back to the planet. We'd have to come up and grab it with a clamp thing, wouldn't we? Or connect it with... So I'm not in the middle of the screen. There we go. We could use the Kerbal attachment system connectors to connect another ship to it and then take that back. It would have to be a drone or a probe. There's plenty of fuel in it, so that's not an issue. That's still not quite full. There we go, now it is. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm surprised that we managed to actually do that first time. But there we have the Mus station. There's the flag. Hang on, let's bring the flag round so that... There we go. Key presses have all gone wrong again. There we go. Some nice screenshots there. If you would like a copy of those screenshots, Mus, let me know and I'll stick them somewhere you can download them. Well, there we go. I think it's time to go back to the Space Centre at this point. And yes, we actually made a profit on that. So we now should be back over 2 million in funds, I think. Are we? Oh, 1.98. Okay, just under. So there we go. Our reputation is doing well. Let's have a look at what's going on at Mission Control. Analyse the surface composition of Kerbin. Use the chem cam to analyse the surface composition of the tundra on Kerbin. Okay. Highlands and grasslands. Okay, so that's something that we would probably need a plane for. Harvest food in space. Now there is a mission. There is an interesting mission. We'd have to launch a greenhouse and dock it with that station, grow some food and then harvest it. Position a satellite in a specific orbit. Put a Kerbal in orbit for 30 days. That we can do. Take a picture of Minmus. Explore Eve. Recover part FOJN from the surface of Ike. Chrysel left part on the surface of Ike. Recover it on Kerbin without damaging it too much. Really? They want us to go to Ike, collect something, and bring it back to Kerbin. 400,000 funds advance and a 1 million funds completion bonus. Wow. We want you to test the LF9 Colossus magnetoplasma-dynamic engine orbiting Minmus. Magnetoplasma-dynamic engine. Now there's a new one. I like the idea of harvest food in space, and I like the idea of put a Kerbal in orbit for 30 days. I think we might take those on. In fact, I am going to take those on because they have no expiry date. Harvest food in space and put a Kerbal in orbit for 30 days. Excellent. Science data from the surface of Duna. We don't actually have any probes left on Duna. Isn't that the stationary exploding probe? Well, it wasn't called... It might be a part of that probe, but Chrysel... I don't know what Chrysel is. Chrysel is a Kerbal, I'm guessing. So I think they're saying that someone else accidentally left it there. And we've got to go and get it. Something like that. But that's a tricky one. We've already got that we need to explore Duna because we didn't do that quite right. And science data from the surface of the moon. Well, we need to go back to the moon at some point. We've got 5 years to do that one. Put a Kerbal in orbit for 30 days and harvest food in space. Now, they are ones we can do. So let's leave this facility and go back to the vehicle assembly building. I don't know whether we're going to have time to actually do this because we started so late. But, I mean, really, this part of the mission is quite straightforward. We can go for a new one. We can go for... We could go for a command pod, actually. The Mark 1 command pod. And put a docking port on the nose. Have we got the shielded docking port yet? I don't think we have we? No. Moonbase. Well, Moonbase is another... That's another possibility. That is something that we will probably take a look at some point. don't know if I can actually undock that properly. It doesn't look like it comes off right. I think that's the... Yeah, that's too small, that one. Let's just go for a standard one of them. There we go. This one will have a re-entry system, so we're going to have... I think it's structural. Where's the... There we go. That's 1.25. That's 2.5 heat shield. And some paras. There we go. We'll go with 3 parachutes. Oh, now this one is not the sponsored mission. This one's going to be a standard Ellitopia one. So we go for the normal flag with this one. But it is going to the station. Build a whole moon base just to collect the scientific data that only gives you 10,000 Kerbal bucks. Yeah. Yeah, we won't be building a moon station just to get the science from the moon. But we may well at some point look at a moon station. Procedural stack decoupler. That's interesting. Why does that do that? No, that's the small one. That's the bigger one. Okay. Now, the purpose of this is going to be to take a greenhouse, which is one of these, and what we can actually do is if we open that, look, there it is. There is the greenhouse. Close. So we need to be able to actually dock that with the station as well. So that's going to need a docking port and a way to and you know, some kind of adapter to actually attach it. What I'm thinking we kind of could do with is like an atmosphere scrubber of some description. I don't know. Yeah, we want to leave the greenhouse up there, so I'm thinking if we stick a docking port on the back of it, we can kind of back up and hook it up and then detach. In fact, actually, that means that we don't need a docking port on here, because we just dock backwards. We'll make things tricky, but that does mean that we could just put a parachute on the top of that rather than those ones on the side. We can do that and take those off like that. Now if we put a great big RCS fuel tank on that, clips a bit, that's strange. Oh well. How do you get back to Kerbin in the pod? Yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment. Because we can potentially do that with RCS. There we go. We could undock or decouple and then use the RCS that's in there to fire us back, because these are pretty powerful. Move that up a little bit. Use the pod's docking port to hook up with the engine attached to the space station. No, we can't do that, can we? We can't dock can't dock with it because it doesn't have a docking port, but we can use the grabbing unit. So that's actually not a bad idea as well. Yeah, so if we stick a grabbing unit on there, like so. You got a flag on it? Is this toggle flag? I'm pretty sure there's not one on there anyway. There we go. Where's the flag on that? Oh, it's there. Yeah, so we could use the grabbing unit. Then use the engine. Yeah, that's not a bad idea actually. So we will try that. So there's the greenhouse. Anything else we want to take up while we're up there? We can dock that on. We can take 3 Kerbals up with us. I suppose I could put a probe core on this. If I put a probe core on there, we can use the probe to bring it back. Means we'll need an antenna on it. Like so, and we'll need a battery on there as well actually, won't we? So let's go. Like so. And I'll stick a few solar panels on there. Okay, parachutes on the pod. Yeah, we now need to put those parachutes back on, don't we? In fact, actually what we should do is we go down to 3 on those. Oh, clicked out the window again. We can go 3 parachutes like that. That's actually not fantastic. That obstructs that a bit. Something like that. I mean, it's not great. Can't put them on anything else. No. That'll have to do. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. So then we need a docking port on the bottom of there. So we need some kind of adapter. Like that. No, wrong size. And we don't actually have to have any kind of adapter. We can just stick it on with a docking port, but it looks better with an adapter. That's the one, isn't it? It's not too heavy. There we go, docking port on there. And we can take a few sciencey things up with us as we go. Surface analyzer, no. Undersize. Oh no, that's rather large. That's a launch of its own. Multispectral imaging platform. We could take one of those. Pretty sure they're orbit only, aren't they? Use only in orbit, yep. Magnetometer, I'm pretty sure we've already got that from orbit. Mind you, if we ever take a science bay up there, we can use the science information from that. Actually, we don't want that where it's going to poke into the station, do we? I imagine that should be okay. If I put it there, angle it up slightly, it's still kind of shielded. Angle it that way, and then sink it in a little bit. There we go. Then it's shielded by the rest of it. Anything else? Survey scanner. We have to be in a polar orbit, I believe, don't we? Is that really it? Is that all we can take that we haven't already taken? I mean, we could take that, but that'll throw us off balance during the launch. Actually, I'm going to move that and put that over here, just to balance that out a little bit. Orbital telescope? No, I don't really want to take the orbital telescope because we've already done that. The space telescope would be nice, but I really need to take that in like a cargo bay or something like that, I think. Okay, so don't think there is anything else to take. Well, some entertainment things might be a good idea. Oh, that's got an atmosphere scrubber in it. That's good. Seat 0 inventory. Let's take a guitar. We'll take an electric screwdriver so that we've got one up there. Ghetto blaster for entertainment. A taco, why not? We'll take a few. 3, 4, 5, 6. A few beers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take a utility wrench just because we can. We'll unlock the basketball. We'll take a basketball with us. Yeah, well, that one we can't really do. No chessboard, no, sorry. A useful EVA propellant backup tank for extravehicular activity. Right click on it from the inventory to use. Can be refilled from a pod inventory. Okay, we'll take one of those. Okay. Okay, I think we've got everything else. Small food canister, big food container. Food container. I mean, we could take an extra food container. There we go. I mean, there's food and oxygen in there. There's monoprop in there. Okay, so that all looks okay. And once again, we need to find some way of actually launching this. So we will. What will we do? if we... I'm going to end up leaving that in orbit again, aren't I? So let's take another probe core, not that one. Let's do it right this time. Let's take a probe core with us and attach that to one of those. Except maybe we will use a... where are they? The procedural tank in cone. There we go. Again, gonna need lots and lots and lots of struts on that. We're gonna need reaction wheels on it. And this time we'll strut the reaction wheels as well. There we go. There's no way that's going anywhere. Let's see if we can... No. Doesn't look like that worked. No. How can I reinforce that? If I make that slightly larger. No. Oops. No. Okay, that strutted itself to that. That's better. Strut from tank to greenhouse. Don't know that I can do that. There we go. That looks good. That looks good. Bit of extra struttage. That probably needs a bit of strutting as well, actually, doesn't it? There. Right, if I'm doing that, that's also going to need some batteries and solar panels, isn't it? Batteries. belongs. There we go. Antenna needs to be on probe. Yeah, we need an antenna down here as well. Oh, the antenna doesn't need to be on the probe, no. But we need one down here for this one as well. Oh, clicked out the window again. Keep doing that. Okay, so hopefully that is stable. If we had another fuel tank on the bottom of there and an engine, what do we get? 3,483 meters a second of delta V. So we do need an extra launch stage. What am I doing? Structural. Like that. If you're bringing the fuel tank back, parachutes. Yeah. There we go. Lots of parachutes for that. Actually, yeah, because we are going to be bringing that other. Oh, how did I manage that? We're going to be bringing the other fuel tank back as well, aren't we? Yeah, we may struggle to actually bring the other fuel tank back, but we will be able to bring it out of orbit at least. We'll be able to bring it in the atmosphere and then hopefully let go of it and land this safely. So actually, yeah, scratch those parachutes. These ones will be enough to land this. We just let go of that tank once we're in the atmosphere, and then we can land it. Right, fuel tanks. This one probably doesn't need as much. Should we use SRBs? We could use SRBs on this one, couldn't we? Why did that only attach to one side? Thank you. 0.94, really? It's not enough. Okay. Well, you know what they say. 1.41. Delta V's still not fantastic though. Okay. Maybe not then. How about we go for some of these guys? Because we know that these guys are beasts. And if we add some more fuel on top of those, in fuel tanks, because that's where you find fuel. pretty ugly, this one, I'm afraid. These are really pretty. These are really ugly. And I haven't unlocked the pretty versions of these yet, unfortunately. Here we go. And aerodynamics, the wonky nose cones. There we go. 5,201 meters a second to delta V. Well, there you go. That's more than enough again. Wings for stabilisation. Scale them up. Okay. And then it'll be a case of strutting. I'm thinking maybe strutting from there right the way up to the top. If I go up to there, and then up to there, and then up to there. That strengthens that. And then from here we can go, let's say down here, there to the bottom of that parachute. Likewise there to the bottom of that parachute. And then here we'll go level with that down to the top of the wing. Level with that down to the top of that wing. And things are strutted. Then these could probably do with some parachutes as well. There we go. Some parachutage on there. One more. Why not? Okay. So. Oh, and fuel lines. Fraulein. Okay, so those two and that one fire on launch. We then have them detaching with all their parachutes. Yep, good. Then what's that? That's up here, isn't it? Yeah, so that is a detach with those parachutes firing. No. We want the detach separate to those parachutes firing, don't we? And then that's separate as well. There we go. There we go. So, I'm going to give this a temporary name. This is going to be the S06E12-1. If you would like to sponsor this craft for when we launch it next week, then you can do that over at ellitopia.com/support, or in fact you can actually do it at ellitopia.com/shop. You can choose the option to sponsor a mission or sponsor a craft. Sponsor a mission, I think it's called at the moment. And you can name this craft and we'll put your flag on it instead of ours. and we'll throw in a Kerbal name for you as well. And we will launch this next week so that this can dock with our space station and provide us with some agriculture in space, completing the mission that we've picked up this week. So on that note, I am going to call this stream to a close. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed watching the stream this evening. I've just moved... There we go. I've just moved something off the screen that I needed. I hope you've enjoyed watching the stream this week. Sorry it was somewhat later than normal. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're interested in offering some support to Ellitopia Gaming, if you'd like to sponsor a Kerbal, sponsor a mission, sponsor a video, blah, 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 head over to ellitopia.com/support or ellitopia.com/shop, and you can see the options that we have over there for our sponsors. So, there is nothing more to say than thank you for watching, guys. I've been El Bristow. You've been watching Ellitopia Gaming. This has been Ellitopia Live. Don't forget to support the indies, and I'll see you next time.